Let me introduce you to David Newman. I'm showing you his LinkedIn profile. One thing is I can read this whole like a profile. You don't want me to do it. Why not you go ahead and find him on LinkedIn and add him as a connection so that way you can start learning just like I started learning from him. Welcome to our show.
Here, thank you again for inviting me.
Oh, it's our pleasure. How do you really answer? I know you have a 17 answer to this question. How much do you charge?
The three answers that you don't want to give. You don't want to give some random answer. For example, a lot of people, a lot of salespeople and marketing people and a lot of entrepreneurs, they say, well, on average, it costs X. And the average, no one cares about the average. They say, hey, how much is this going to cost for me, for my situation, for what I want to fix, for what I want to solve, for what I want to buy? So don't quote some random number. Don't quote a range. Don't quote the average. Don't quote any of that. Number two is don't act surprised or don't be caught off guard by that question. Expect the question to come at the wrong time. Expect the question to come too early. Expect the question to come at an awkward moment during that conversation, and then be prepared for it. And then the third thing not to do is don't get defensive. Don't start to defend your price or say, well, it's $17,000, but that's because, or it's $5,000, but I can work with you, which means you've got no pricing integrity, and that you're willing to negotiate down to zero, and then that gets the prospect thinking, how low can we go? So just don't do those three things. Reframe the question as a positive, and then we'll go through all the specific answers that some of them are funny, and some of them are very relevant, and some of them get the prospect focused back on where they should be focused, which is on solving their problem. So someone says, hey, David, how much do you charge, or how much is your program? My first answer is a lot. Why do you ask? Now, the reason I say that, and again, I wouldn't say it in that way. I'm saying it that way now for emphasis. But if we're on the phone and I say, hey, hold on. Hey, yeah, how much is it? Oh, well, it's a lot. Why do you ask? That's how I'd really do it in real life. Because what I want to find out, why do you ask? Well, I may be interested in buying it. Why do you ask? Well, this may be something that, when I read your book, I thought you might be someone I'd like to work with. So it surfaces the reason for the question, and it also adds a little bit of humor, but it also positions it as a premium product or service or program. So as soon as you say a lot, why do you ask? It's meant to reconnect the buyer with why they're calling, what they're hoping to accomplish, and what the benefit of a working relationship with you might look like.
So you're still watching this? That really means you like the answer given by David Newman. And that was just one of the answers. You just got it. And there are 16 more answers to that question. You remember the question? How much do you charge? Imagine that having a 17 possible answers to that single question when you get from your prospective buyer or customer or client, whatever you call it. I have recorded a 1-hour interview one-to-one with him, and I want to give you all. What you have to do is take your cell phone out. Here's how my cell phone look like. It's an old iPhone, and you don't have to have an iPhone. You can be Android phone or even an old-fashioned simple phone which can send text, and which I'm aware of worldwide. Everybody can send a text from the cell phones. What you have to do is take that cell phone out and send a text message to this number. You see there's a number called 404-418-6019. Again, 404-418-6019. When you send a message, in a message put a word charge. CHARGE. You see it here. I'm showing you everything. In case for some reason where I'm pointing my finger that you don't see it, let me show you the old-fashioned way. You see this? Text charge to 404-418-6019. If you are texting from outside of US or Canada, you may have to do a +1 on the front, or maybe 011, whatever is your country, from your country how you make a call to US. You are not calling, you are going to text it. +1 404-418-6019. When you are texting to this number, the word charge, you are giving me a permission to call you or text you, myself, my team, or my system. Thank you so much. I look forward to connecting with you soon.